Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update, and this is P Day. What does that stand for? Well, you know, it's August 27th, 2021. We're about 8:20 a.m., and the P stands for Fed Chair Powell. He speaks in about 40 minutes from now at 9 o'clock with a keynote speech. By 9:30, his speech should be over, is my guess, and the market will react to whatever he said or didn't say. Now, many traders are on both sides. I was watching today two Fed members. They're actually Fed chairs of Philadelphia and Dallas, and they are both in favor of, at this point at least, tapering back from what I was hearing. They think that we'll have some good numbers coming out, but they're both fearful. And this was the interesting thing about labor, because we're not seeing people return to the labor force in the way they want, but I don't know that that's right or wrong yet. We have a couple of things. People have still been getting those checks through September. We'll see what happens. Speaking of that, if we take a look for a moment here at personal income, you saw it was up 1.1%. They expected only up 0.3. I then dropped down and I'm looking at the core Pce Index at 3.6. I was listening to Fed President Kaplan talk about it, and he thinks in his region they're going to be closer to 4% because of labor shortages. Asked about that, he's talking semiconductor on the interview and so on. That does not mean that's what the Fed Chair Powell is going to talk about, so we have to be patient with that. We get, again, consumer sentiment, and this shook the markets last time from Michigan. This will be the final August consumer sentiment indices. They're forecasting the final number coming in at 71 compared to the August prefigure at 72. That shook the market. Do you remember that? Market said, wait, with the consumers falling off, they're not trusting things. And again, 9 o'clock today. So going into it, the gold market down another dollar or so. Dollar index up 9 cents. And you can see how the other markets are just sort of drifting there. Today's the last trading day of the August Bitcoin, so say goodbye to that market. Look at how strong energy prices are. This is not due to shortages, my friend. These prices are due because around the world, people are looking at the peak in this Delta version of COVID. You don't have to agree with me on it, and I know in the U.S. we look at our daily numbers, but the U.S. doesn't run the world energy prices. And many parts of the world are saying, okay, it's peaking, China's going to come back on for demand. We'll get other parts of Asia that need the energy markets from there. Europe, where are they with their COVID? I was watching yesterday a forum in Paris, and half the people were masked, half weren't. And that was outside, admittedly, but you're seeing what's going on. In Illinois, our mandate goes in on Monday that any enclosed space, you have to wear your masks again. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not. So there's different ways of attacking this, but that all leads to a peak in one way or the other. In the grain market, as I said, every weekend going in and trying to figure out how you're going to carry a position in grains into the weekend as you're getting later into the season where rains either make or break the markets. That's what you're looking for right now. And of course, bonds and notes, could they be any closer to zero, just flat going into the speech? So you put it all together, you come up with ideas, and that's part of what Modern Trader does. Technical trading tips from the pros. Yeah, this has been around, but it's really good. You get Gann squared, absolute benefits of relative strength, trading with money flow, rules for bottom fishers. Let me give you the best rule, don't be one. Optimizing stops, that always works. And you know, the one thing I learned over the years is how to move stops, and stops are very important. This is how the different parts of this look like. I've never been able to figure out Gann, but there are people that swear by it. I understand relative strength, and I use stochastics to work with. Optimizing stops, absolutely. That was one of the first things that I started working with in my career. So how do you find this out? And get this, it's free. Just go to our website under free offers, choose what you want, and you get it there. I'm Ira Epstein. It's going to be very active. I hope to put out this afternoon your weekend update, and I will include the weekend chart. So barring something happening crazy in the markets, look for that, and I haven't done one of those in a while. Take care.